Getting a 4.0 GPA is your duty as a student.
Are you serious?
This is the thing that I told myself when the spring semester started. And guess what? It happened. Last semester I got a 4.0 GPA. It was amazing. I was proud of myself. My family was proud of me. My friends were happy for me because, we had this inside joke that I didn't have the 4.0 GPA and now we all have the same GPA. It was amazing. I'm telling you, it made me more confident. It made me a better person just because I got a 4.0 GPA. My family, as I told you, they were very proud of me. They even bought me a cake to celebrate, and it was an amazing feeling. I felt like I had upgraded to a new level, like I was a different human being, and truly I was. But this wasn't always the case. I wasn't always like this. I wasn't always this confident. I didn't always get the 4.0 GPA just like this because I wanted to. I put in the hard work. In the last semester of high school, things were pretty different, way more different. So let me tell you a story. It was March 2024. I just received my grades from my semi-final exam. The last exam before the big exam. Just received my grades. And guess what? I failed. And I think it was a Wednesday or something when we had our math class. The teacher comes in, she opens the door, and everyone is quiet because we know what's going to happen. She's gonna scold us. She's gonna have her own monologue for 30 minutes, and she's going to tell us again how important this exam is for us. Now, this wasn't something new for me. I used to hear this after every single test, but it wasn't addressed to me. This time, it was different. I was part of the group of people that basically failed the exam, and I felt like shit. I felt really bad. She looked into my eyes and she said, "Is this the person that you become? Is this your own worth?" And that changed me because I used to be a student with very good grades. I actually made a comeback and I was the first student in the class based on grades. But at that point, I was failing the exam. You can imagine being at the top, being here now. It wasn't an easy moment for me, but it was a needed one. It was a moment full of honesty. It was exactly what I needed, and it changed me. Now, after I heard that, I started thinking about what I did. I went home. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my parents or my friends. And guess what I did? I decided that I'm gonna take responsibility in my own hands and I'm gonna change this. In that evening, I created a plan. The plan was to do one sample exam every single day for the whole next 3 months. So I had 3 subjects on my final exam. So this means 3 sample exams every single day, which would take like 3-4 hours. Nothing too crazy, right? Fast forward, 3 months later, I think it was June 2024. I doubled my grade. So in my first exam, the story that I told you, I had like a 4. When my exam results came, I got over 8, which was double in only 3 months. So you can imagine the amount of work that I did. But in those 3 months, it didn't feel like work. Actually, I'm telling you a secret right now. Actually, I really enjoyed that. And of course, in the same period, I also got my driver license. So I went from being here back to being at the top, back to having confidence in myself. And that's how my journey started. And this is my vow. As long as I live and I put my time and energy into school, into college right now, I will damn sure give 100% because I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to waste my energy. I don't want to go back to that version of myself who was a very unconfident guy who didn't achieve his goals and who didn't believe in himself. I don't want to go back. Now, you heard my story, but let me tell you exactly what I did. So the first thing I did, it was that, as I mentioned, I created a set of rules for my daily routine. I created a schedule. So I would get home from school and gym. And then first thing I would do, I would eat. After that, I would start the sample exams. So this would be like 2-3 p.m. and with the 4 hours, I would be done like 7-8 a.m. And I did that for the rest of the 3 months. Now I'm telling you, it's very important. Once you set your routines, once you set your schedule, do your best to follow through. Now I'm not perfect. Maybe there were a couple of days where something's happened. I wanted to go somewhere, maybe I went and things got out of hand. But overall, it worked because I was consistent. James Clear has this quote, the author of Atomic Habits. He says something like this: one miss is a mistake, but if you make it twice, then that's a new habit. So I want you to keep that in mind. If you somehow miss one day because life happens, it's alright. But what you're gonna do is that you're gonna make sure that won't happen the second day as well, because that's the start of a falling and you wanna avoid that at all costs. So step 1, set a schedule and don't change it. And by the way, as I told you, this was very fun for me because I treated it like a game. I wanted to get a high score every single time. I wanted to do it even faster, even better. And this type of tests, they have like a template behind of them. And you get to learn them. It's like a game. You get to learn how you can defeat the boss, which in this case was like like the 3 subjects that you had to do. So it was pretty fun, it was pretty enjoying, but it ties directly to the second point I want to make. But before moving forward to the second point, I want to tell you something special. So I have this program, first thing in the description, where I teach you exactly what I did so you can get that 4.0 GPA. I'm gonna make sure that for the next 7 members that get in, you're gonna get 1 month of coaching from me included in the price, because you're gonna become a founding member. So check further in the description and I'll see you inside, and you're gonna get 1 month of coaching included from me so you can achieve your goals and get a 4.0 GPA as well. So as I mentioned earlier, the first step is gonna tie directly with the second step, which was do it with a group of friends. Now instantly you may want to tell me that all your friends are losers, or you don't like your friends, or they don't want to learn, or stuff like that. Bullshit. There's a couple of guys in your class, in your area, that are the same age as you, and they have the same obstacle in front of them, and they're motivated, they're driven exactly as you are. You need to find them. You probably already know them. You need to contact them and build this circle. For me, I admit it was easier because I had these guys in my class. So I had this group of people that, when we were in class in the breaks, we would discuss over the new problem that we did. We would discuss about the equation that we solved and how we did it this time differently, and how many tests we did and the high score we had. It was like a game, I'm telling you. It was so fun, it was so engaging, and it was productive. It was very productive because as I told you, I doubled my grades in only 3 months. Now imagine if you do this for your whole college career, for your whole school career. If you do the exact same strategy, you're gonna get wonders out of it. Now, the last point that I want to make, and it's something that I don't think anyone really speaks about this, and I promise you, if you apply this, if there's one thing that you get from this video, this point should be, because it's gonna give you an unfair advantage over everyone else. So the point is, I want you to be honest with yourself. Listen, I told you the story earlier with my teacher who scolded me because I had a poor performance. I could have lied to myself. I could have said to myself that it's not my fault. The school is shit. I don't like school. My teacher is mean. Whatever. I could have blamed everyone. I could have, throw the blame on everyone else. But that would be me dishonest. But if I did that, I would be a liar. I would lie to myself, and I wouldn't be a man worthy of respect. I wouldn't respect myself if I did that. And I want you to know this. A lot of people, and even past version of me, maybe past version of yourself, you weren't honest. Even now, you can always be more honest. You can always be, better as a person. A lot of people didn't discover this yet. I'm telling you, there's something special. When you're honest with yourself, first thing, honest with yourself, you're gonna do wonders. You know why? Because every issue that happens in your life, you know who's to blame is yourself. And you know how to find a solution because it depends on you. You can control that. In my scenario, I could control that. If I blame the school or the teacher, I couldn't control them. I couldn't do anything about that. So I would just sit back, wait till the exam, and then fail again. No. That didn't happen. You know why? Because I took responsibility into my hands. I was self-accountable, and that allowed me to put those strategies in place. That allowed me to get those awesome results. You gotta live up to your own standards. And I'm telling you, good grades, 4.0 GPA is just a minimum requirement to become a great person. I wanna be great, alright? I wanna be great all of the time, and I'm willing to put in the effort and to make the sacrifices required for that. And I wanna transmit that to you as well. If you watch this video, you probably have the same goal as me. You wanna get a 4.0 GPA, which is gonna make you a better person, a great person. I want you to be great all of the time, alright? It's not gonna be easy, it's not gonna be hard, but you gotta do it. Imagine yourself playing a video game, right? Your favorite video game. Let's say you play Fortnite. You're gonna suck at first. You're gonna fail a lot of times, but by playing, you're gonna get better and better and better. The same thing happens with life. You're gonna make mistakes, but you gotta be honest with yourself. And you gotta put in the routines, the actions in place so you can get better results. See your life as a video game if you wish, but make progress. Use the same strategies and you're gonna get results. Now, speaking of duty, if you watched until here, I can feel that you are driven and I can feel you want to see results. And it's your duty to make sure that you take notes. I'm going to give you 3 action points that I want you to make, and you're going to do that. You're not going to keep scrolling. You're not going to keep watching other videos. You're going to take this, you're going to apply it to your systems, and you're going to start rolling because you want to see results, and results don't come from you just sitting and watching content. The first thing that I want you to do, quite frankly, is the last thing that I told you, is I want you to be honest with yourself, right? I want you to be honest. Take a piece of paper, put your own situation down there, try to be as honest as possible, alright? Secondly, I want you to identify a goal. For example, it's a 4.0 GPA, your goal, then set up the routines. Learn first thing in the morning, alright? Do X amount of homeworks or papers or past papers that you want to do, set those routines in place. Put it in your schedule. Have like a block of 3-4 hours every single day in the morning, or when you get home in the evening. I wouldn't stay in the night because you're gonna be sleepy, so I would prefer you to do that in the morning, alright? And lastly, I want you to be around a group of friends, a group of people, like-minded people that have similar goals with you. You can find them. I know that because everyone has someone. Everyone can find someone. We are like in the online era. You can find someone from your class, maybe from your school, send them a text, a DM. They're gonna be happy to create this small circle with you. So I'm telling you, I want you to put these things in action because they're gonna give you a really good advantage. Now, if you wanna find a community, if you wanna have results faster and get that 4.0 GPA, I can help you do that. First thing in the description, my program. The next 7 members get 1 month of free coaching from me. So you're gonna have that included. Besides the whole courses that you're gonna get there and the whole program, you're gonna get access to me for 1 month, and I'm gonna help you achieve your goals. I wanna help you become a better person. I wanna help you become great, alright? Now thank you for watching, and as always, don't forget, win your mornings, conquer your grades.